This is John F. Trent. This is a video. This is from a video that came out yesterday on this channel, WDW Pro, which as you see there underneath that is thatpartplace.com, which is John F. Trent's website as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then so this is the disclaimer at the beginning of this video, which is about the announcement that they're going to do a Destiny and Mystique wedding issue in X-Men comics. I mean, they've already been married, but like this, it was never shown in the comics, so they're going to kind of do a like flashback issue, I guess. And Nightcrawler, being the Catholic priest that he's been for a long time, he's going to be officiating the wedding. And so they don't like that, and it's just like. Marvel Comics makes a mockery of Christianity with Nightcrawler conducting gay ceremony between Mystique and Destiny, and then it's, it continues his descent into debauchery and degeneracy. But then the fucking disclaimer before it gets to that, and this is like 2 seconds basically, it's not even a full minute or so between these two things on screen. This video takes no moral, ethical, or theological position on the issues discussed. Rather, this is a discussion of economic and market reactions within the entertainment industry.
What?
Like, yeah. That's what's up. It's just fucking insane, and I think this is our fault. I think this is because we've been browbeating them, or we browbeat them that 1-2 times.
Previously on X-Men.
What? Pro-Antifa YouTubers targeting bounding into comics? That's fucking terrible. That sounds awful, guys. Organized chaos, actual fandom into. Oh shit. Let's bring this guy on to answer for this. Bob, you wanna explain this? What's going on, man?
Do I get browbeat somebody?
I mean, that's apparently what we're doing. So that's what we do. That's our thing. We browbeat the presence of Christianity in modern media. That's all we do. You know that.
Yeah, that's how we roll. What else would we do?
Hello.
I mean, come on.
Can you explain why we do? Why are we like this, Turf? Why are we fucking like this? We're pro-Antifa YouTubers that we browbeat the presence of modern Christianity in modern media. Why do we do that?
Because we're fucking jealous, man.
That's what it is.
We're jealous of success.
Yep.
We wish we could be like them, and so we do the good old kindergarten tactic of when you have a crush on a girl, you bully them. That's what we're doing.
I mean, we're probably doing it because we're jealous of their success, and we would like, we want their fans to come look at our channel and give us thoughtful, constructive advice.
But maybe we should try just like doing the exact same thing that they do, though. Instead, wouldn't that be a better avenue to?
The exact same thing. Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. Fuck Brie Larson.
Fuck her,
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Like he's reduced his I guess affiliation with bounding into comics. It clearly bothered them. It clearly fucking bothered them because they went and did a podcast episode about it or whatever, and it's on IMDb and shit.
It's still funny to me that they, or I guess not funny to me. I guess like curious that they still believe that if you say you're not something, or that you say you're not saying something, that you just aren't saying it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like these all these like when they make these before the video, like warning, this is not. We're not being racist here. We are just discussing whatever. But it's like they're being racist in it, right? It's like it doesn't remove the racism from it. Just if you say you're not being racist,
Hey, listen, I want to stress this video isn't racist, but don't you think there are too many black people in the MCU?
Exactly. It's like FYI, this is not a discussion of race and ideology. This is a discussion about film and economics. So, black people, am I right?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, you can't just do it like preface your video with a screen and some text, and then it's just not true.
Well, and then I want to point out too that the whole this is actually a discussion of the economic and market reactions within the entertainment industry. If that's true, which it was not, but I mean, then you're bad at that too, because like I presume that they're saying that basically this is going to be a disaster or whatever. And it's just not like the overwhelming consensus about the reveals with Mystique and Destiny not long ago was that it was great. Like people actually read and buy comic books, that is. And that you know, of course we can't get the specific sales, and that's why these guys are able to fucking grift so easily on this topic. We don't know exactly how many copies were sold of that issue or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, presumably it didn't see a small amount of sales, because why would they then turn around and go, now let's do the wedding?
Yeah.
You know? Like we've never seen it before. Like they're not forced to do the wedding issue about Destiny. If it was like that issue that they did previously where it revealed that Mystique was the father of Nightcrawler, if that had like tanked and there's like, oh god, there's nobody bought it and it's just such a fucking rejection of this issue, they wouldn't be doing this. Simple as that, you know.
Yeah.
Takes no moral, ethical. So what does debauchery and degeneracy mean then? I don't. Anyway.
Or theological position. What are they on about?
Well, I have the video here. We could look at just the first couple of minutes if you want to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
The X-Men are back, and they're in another extra bit of controversy that was totally unnecessary.
Actually, no, they're not. Like, this is the only source that I've seen anybody say.
You guys are making the controversy. Yep. Like if you're getting angry at gay marriage and you're saying there's controversy, it's just you.
Yeah.
By the way, I think didn't the Pope just come out? Somebody was saying something about that.
Meanwhile, the Pope just approved blessings for gay couples.
Oh, well, I mean, that's basically just like, that's saying that blowjobs are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
but listen, that's not an ethical, moral, or theological position. That's an economic position.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, let's see.
When you are too conservative for the Pope, you're just.
Well, you're a fascist.
I don't know what else to say.
Oh my god, one of my favorite memes is that one where it's like this meme where it's like, homosexual people have the right to be in a family. They are children of God. Pope Francis said in one of his sit-down interviews for the film. And some fucking he is not a true Catholic. He's literally the fucking Pope.
Yeah.
Like some of these people who are like doing their whole like, oh, we're Christian or Catholic, and we don't like gay people, and then because it goes against the word of God, and then the literal like word of God, the Pope,
right?
Is
well, I mean,
like,
who is he? Who is the Pope really?
I mean, who's the Pope? Like he's just some nobody.
Technically, he's kind of, we could say that.
Okay, you the big bad booty daddy.
You know,
that's exactly what he is.
Yeah, no, it's literally one of those things where it's like the Pope really doesn't mean anything to me, but like to these guys, it doesn't the Pope's word supposed to mean something?
Yeah, same. Mean, like
he is God's word in on earth or whatever. Fuck
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Exactly. Like as a person who's not religious, like his word doesn't mean anything. I mean, I like it when he says positive things, right? Because it has a positive effect. But like personally, like his words doesn't mean anything to me. But like to these people, it should mean a lot. Mm-hmm. Like if you are a devout Catholic, right, and you follow the Catholic religion and the church and stuff, and the fucking Pope is like, well, gay people should exist. They should have a right to be happy and have a family. They should be able to love the people they love. You're supposed to like kind of accept that.
But I think John F. Trent, he's a bit of a rebel, maybe. You know, like so he's kind of like he's the guy.
Rebel name.
He stands up all indignant and he's like,
I object to being insulted from that podium. I am no Kool-Aid drinker.
You know,
he's not a Kool-Aid drinker. if the Pope was like, here, do this, he would be like, nope. I'm more Catholic than you.
Yeah, I'm the most Catholic of the Catholics.
Yeah. But you know who's not more Catholic than? Archbishop
Father fucking Burbage, man.
Yeah, fucking Michael Burbage.
The
Burbage. Listen, we all know that Bishop Michael Burbage should be the next Pope. It's written in the stars, okay?
I mean, I would become Catholic.
Same.
If that's the case. Well, let's see what this old shit says.
Marvel just seems to want them to be the source of so much division instead of unity. What are we talking about? Well, hang tight, folks. You might not believe what one comic is doing to the potentiality of the entire MCU.
Oh no.
I am curious what the hell this-
MCU?
I don't know
The
what it means.
entire MCU.
I missed the stuff where they did this Mystique stuff in the MCU. I miss where Mystique's even in the MCU.
Didn't you remember it in MCU Part 4, The Hunger Games, where Mystique is in it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We see you.
I just love the dichotomy, the juxtaposition of the thing saying this is not about religion or theology or judgment or anything, and then John F. Trent's on fucking screen. Like,
Yeah.
like, come on, man, don't blow smoke up my ass.
Out there, unlike the MCU, and we see you because you matter. You are the gigawatts, and we are exceedingly
What the fuck
blessed
did you
that
call
you
me?
decided to click on this video and join us.
That's you can't say that word, man. I mean, of course, I don't know what you look. You know, he could. Maybe it's his word. He can say it. Who knows?
Maybe it is.
John Trent also blesses us with his presence. John, welcome back to the channel.
Hello, good to be back.
And John, you of course are the editor-in-chief of thatparkplace.com. You also are the host of the Trent Report, and both places.
I'm wondering what's because it still says on Bounding into Comics that he is the editor-in-chief, and I don't know why. It seems like they're really downplaying that, and he's really emphasizing this other thing now.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I might even just like actually. I guess nobody in our audience is going to start going to fucking That Park Place just because we mention it, but like,
Yeah.
No.
I really don't want to give them any fucking help at all.
I mean, the only ones in our audience that would are the chuds. So
Right.
I mean, with how like popular Bounding into Comics is for like their whole side of the internet, like all the YouTubers who use it as a source, like it's crazy that it's not being mentioned as like one of the things he's done.
I think that must be something to do with the purchase by whatever advertising company or whatever purchased it. Like, there must be something there about. I don't know. I can't imagine what exactly it would be, but there's something because it's just not mentioned. Except it's still on the fucking website. So I don't know. I really don't know. What's funny is that like here on it says he's editor-in-chief. He's a Capitals fan, lover of history, and likes to dabble in economics and philosophy.
Oh, is that what he does?
Is that what that is?
Yes.
And
I like to dabble in it too.
He's got a stock racing channel as well. So like he's got like a lot of cool interests, man.
Yeah.
Cool. And then good job on the link here. You know, you're really getting those links in there.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Damn.
This is an unnecessary controversy that Marvel has positioned
It is. He's right. It is
Before we
unnecessary.
get into this, folks, I do want to say that we are not today going to dive into any kind of discussions about morality or theology. Those are very interesting conversations, and we would probably enjoy being a part of those. But for today, we're specifically going to aim into the market issues, so the economic issues of that, and we'll get to there.
I can't wait until hear what sources they cite.
Get there in just a moment.
Oh yeah.
Marvel Comics
Also, they're showing the fucking article on screen that is clearly saying what it's saying. But they're like, we're not going to get into it. Dude, Christians are such fucking dishonest cowards. Holy shit. Just fucking...
I mean, yeah, this is just like inherently cowardly.
Yeah.
To just not go out there and say what you want to say. You could do both, by the way. Like, you can still do your ethical and theological discussion while also talking about the market.
I think they're clever or something. And it's like, oh, we'll just show it on screen. We won't say anything, but you know, that's just what the article says. It's not, that's literally our article.
Listen, we're not going to mention in this episode that we don't like gay people, right? So just, this is not what this discussion is about. But if you read the text in the background, you'll know exactly what we think.
It would be one thing if the article wasn't written by John fucking F. Trent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it literally is.
Yeah, listen, this thing in the background, this is not us, right? This is completely
unrelated.
This is
incidental.
This is just the news source that we're citing. We're just going to talk about the market.
It's like
and by the way,
critical writers' clips. They're incidental, guys. It doesn't mean what he's talking about. Doesn't.
I don't know why I said John fucking F Trent, because clearly the F stands for fucking.
Oh sure.
Oh yeah, John fucking Trent.
John fucking Trent. Yeah.
That makes it sound kind of cooler.
Yeah, I mean it depends on the inflection. John fucking Trent.
I'm
You know,
John fucking Trent.
Well, that makes him sound cool. Yeah.
Descent into debauchery and degeneracy with an upcoming story that will seemingly see Nightcrawler.
Didn't you just say you weren't going to get into that? They're literally reading it.
Listen, we're simply talking about economics and the box office and the markets and debauchery and degeneracy.
Officiate a particular type of ceremony between Mystique and Destiny, and you can see
Did he
the
not
cover
want
here.
Did he not want to say gay marriage? Did you just say a specific?
I don't know. The art is really good though. Like that's really fucking great picture of the two.
I need to know what he said here.
See with an upcoming story that will seemingly see Nightcrawler officiate a particular type of ceremony between Mystique.
But I didn't even want to say gay union. That's crazy.
And Destiny, and you can see the cover here of it.
That is a really cool cover, by the way.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And you can see Nightcrawler there. Now, the choosing of Nightcrawler is what is so interesting about this, because it seems to be an intentional attack on a particular faith.
Whoa, victim fucking complex. Holy shit. Or maybe he's not aware of, in the comic books, the X-Men comic books, there is exactly one major character who is a priest canonically and has been for a long time. and that's Nightcrawler. And so did they just decide to attack Christianity all the way back? I mean, Nightcrawler himself is, look, he's created in 1975 he debuted rather in Giant Size X-Men #1, and his whole thing is like there's a kind of tragic irony to him, but also kind of interesting irony. It's like he's a man of faith, but he's also a mutant who, like, when we first meet him in Giant Size X-Men #1, he's being chased by a mob through the streets who are trying to fucking kill him because he looks the way he looks. And he's a very a man of faith. He's Catholic, goes on to become a priest, even though he has, he wrestles with it now and then, over the years, but still. But also he looks like a goddamn demon. You know what I mean? Like, and there's an irony to that, like a narrative irony that's pretty rich and awesome. It's one of the interesting things about him. So
the fact that they're offended by him, it's like, welcome to the point.
Yeah, and also whenever he teleports, it leaves behind a scent of like brimstone, like sulfur, like basically, like the implication of that's how hell smells, right? That's how it's been, I guess, written probably in Dante's Inferno or wherever the hell. But yeah, so like there's all kinds of stuff involved there about that like that's just part of how the character's always been depicted, that he's got these ironies about him, although he's just like the most kind, gentle soul, and he's very protective of people, and he's godly man and whatnot. So no, you're right. It's this was done just to attack the Christians.
This is to attack the Catholics.
And also just like what other character would you choose? You know what I mean? In the X-Men, I don't think there is one, honestly. I mean, unless you go get Reverend Stryker, but that's maybe a bit it goes against the point.
So just
you see, they would probably be like all for Reverend Stryker.
They would. They're like, yeah, because then the Purifiers will murder them all after the wedding. Yeah. I mean,
listen, also, like, not to make this video that is actually about economics and markets a whole theological and ethical discussion, right? But if you're Christian or Catholic, and which is perfectly fine if that's how you want to live your life and that's how you want to, like, structure your life, listen to or find ways of, like, find your own morality and stuff. I think there's positive things people can get out of religion. But if, like, if you set the line at, like, two women just getting married and living happily ever after, then that's kind of fucked up. And, like, and then that part of your religion is probably not a good thing. Like, maybe you need to start reevaluating that.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a big no from those types, I think.
Just no.
Questioning the institution that exists, no thank you. I don't think so.
But they're doing that. Their fucking Pope is saying otherwise.
Listen. I'm not homophobic, but do they really need to have so many gay people in this story?
Like, granted, I've not read much X-Men, like, because I haven't read nearly as much comics as a lot of other people have. Even I know that the X-Men are pretty fucking woke, and they always have been.
Yeah,
that's kind of the whole, like one of the main points of them.
And look, that's another thing too, is that they are definitely seizing on this because the X-Men has very recently been the hot topic issue. And like, I mean, yeah, this is an announcement that came out since then, but like they're also hoping that it kind of picks up on the trail of that. By the way, the X-Men 97 trailer has been viewed on YouTube more times than any other Disney animated show.
Nice.
No way.
More than any other trailer for any other animated show. Yeah. So people are going to watch the fuck out of that show, and most of them are going to like it, or they're at least going to be going to it with, not hoping to hate it, or not wanting to talk shit on it or whatever. So yeah.
Estás loco.
That's what's interesting about this.
The foundation God has built in our hearts can never be destroyed.
We have been watching entertainment cover these sorts of unions and marriages and what have you for years and years. This is rather mundane, but it's who they choose to officiate that I think is intentionally divisive. As reported by Fandom Pulse, a solicitation for X-Men Wedding Special #1.
Oh, Fandom Pulse. We got another grifter site. They're trying to fucking, astroturf into the discussion there.
Isn't Fandom Pulse just what, John Delarose, isn't it?
That is John Delarose, yeah. And yeah,
it's the goddamn human centipede of chuds.
They're trying to create the appearance of this network the same way that the Phantom Menace has whatever, like this network that's just it's organically appeared kind of thing. Like they're all just kind of like coming from their own perspectives, but they all just happen to agree. And it's like, no, they literally seem to have probably planned this shit out to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
The same way that like we did with the initiative, right? Like I don't think it's any fucking secret that we wanted to utilize our shared platforms and come together and maybe get, have more reach. But like these guys want to create websites that they can, present to people that don't know any better as being like legitimate journalism sites.
Now this is journalism. Yeehaw!